From beer talk down at the pub back in January, we did some basic route planning and set a date for Spring Bank holiday at the end of May. Dan finally bought a road bike. We did a bit of training, which usually ended with a debrief in the pub, bought some bike gear, some sun cream and train tickets, and now we're on our way. Train delays at Newton Abbot actually made us early into Penzance, so we booked in at the hotel, kitted up and took a minibus ride to Land's End. After the obligatory photo shoot at the Lejog signpost, we completed a quick Friday evening prologue, Land's End to Penzance. We're underway. This should make for an easier day tomorrow. After all the talk of heat waves and hot weather in the previous week, Saturday actually started rather dull and overcast. With 10 miles already in the bag from yesterday, we set off from Hotel Penzance Harbour View, but soon paused to take in the scenery at St Michael's Mount. After a steady 35 miles, we took our first break at the Tartan Fox, just south of Newquay. The sun came out and not long after we stopped again, this time at Colby's coffee shop just outside Bodmin for lunch. At this point it's all fun and games and a nice day out. Until...
Yeah, you got to pick your moment. Yeah, get it to the bottom. Yeah, get it to the bottom and then whip it out and fall on it. Yeah, if you go too hard and just come to a stop, you're knackered.
Hard 10-12 mile that.
Riding.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, my legs feel great. They just do that, and I can't do nothing about it. I'm feeling better now. I put some of that back in. I'm not tired, leg wise. You know, hills are still hard.
Yeah.
Even those slight ones. Look, you just climbed up that, no problem at all. It's just getting on and off this bloody thing.
Those 12 miles were absolutely brutal. Pushing, cramping, dehydration. I nearly quit Lejog on the very first day after 65 miles. The shop at Minions saved the day. We arrived just 5 minutes before closing. We refuelled, restocked, and following Dan's hydration programme, we made it onward to Devon, finally arriving at Witherspoons in Oakhampton just in time for tea and a well-earned beer. Everybody says Cornwall is the toughest part of Lejog. Well, let's hope they're right, because today, stage 2 at 108 miles is 15 miles longer. It does, however, have 2,000 feet less climbing, but while the hills are coming down, the temperature's still rising. There's canyons, trains, tunnels and canals before we finally hit the flats at Bridgewater. And soon we're on the seafront at Weston-super-Mare.
Hold it down.
With daylight fading fast, we contact Mission Control back in Bury to find us a hotel in Bristol.
Hey, it's been a long day.
Meanwhile, we ride on and climb over 500 feet to reach the Clifton Suspension Bridge. We pause to take pictures, chat cycling with the attendant and marvel at Brunel's Bridge. Very impressive. After an early start, it's not long before we're looking down on another impressive structure. The Severn Bridge. Today we're off to Shrewsbury.
Another inch.
Once over the bridge, it's a hard climb through Chepstow, but we're rewarded with a fast descent down to Tintern Abbey. We arrived 30 minutes early for lunch, so with the temperature already in the 90s and still rising, we have an ice cream and decide to press on through the Wye Valley.
Should have a left hand and a right hand rock falling.
Yeah, that's wrong, that, isn't it?
You're not going to fall on that,
No,
definitely not.
learn a lot about road signs, aren't we?
Don't break it, is it?
Yep.
The A466 out of Monmouth is particularly challenging in this heat. Eventually we reach St Leonard's and the Lejog signpost. They're already out of water, but Dan's not too bothered as he's learning more and more about road signs and now has a sense of direction. After 50 miles we're in Hereford and take an extended lunch at the Swan while we shelter from the heat. We assess the situation and decide to cut the day short. We head for Ludlow where we finish for the day at around 7 o'clock. The Feathers Inn in Ludlow was particularly special. Lots of history, great food, cycle friendly, would definitely recommend. So, today we're playing catch up. The climb over the Shropshire Hills is effortless as the views are simply stunning. We descend down into Shrewsbury and take lunch at the stop. We take on water at the Hamner Village store before having lunch at the Grosvenor Arms in Alford, as recommended by Tom and his dad, who we met outside the White Horse 2 miles back in Churton. Very posh. We take a completely unnecessary tour through Chester, then continue north on more scenic bike paths until we ride into Runcorn and are blown away by the Runcorn Bridge.
There's a bike path on that side.
Runcorn Bridge.
Finishing in St Helens after another 100-mile day, we take refuge at the Mercure after another well-deserved beer. On day 5 we're still playing catch up and needed a pep talk before the off. We have our first puncture of Lejog and the heat is still on. We make our way up through Lancashire and around 1 o'clock call in at the stop near Glasson Dock. The 2 cyclists on the bench are from Bolton and often ride with Berry Clarion. We have a good chinwag, fill our bottles and move on. We set our target for Penrith. We follow the Lancaster Canal, right through Lancaster, Carnforth, and then on the way to Kendal.
Bloody hell.
My second puncture of the day. This time it takes over 2 hours to fix. Luckily we have the help and support of Alex and John, who threw the kitchen sink at it, literally. Super people. Afterwards we sat down for a brew and a chat and reset our goals for Kendal, where we stayed the night at the Travel Lodge. Special thank you this morning to Jim and Craig at Giant Cycles in Kendal for their patience and expertise in showing us how to fit gravel tyres without using tyre levers. We leave Kendal and head over Shap with the confidence that the next puncture won't take us too long to fix. Shap's a tough old climb, but well worth the effort, as the view from the top is amazing. We ride on through Penrith, Carlisle and finally reach Scotland just after 3. Dan shows us once again how he's mastered this road sign stuff. In Lockerbie, he also shows us his affection for sheep. With the late start from Kendal, it's a short day in terms of mileage, as we rest up at the Balmoral Hotel in Moffat, covering just 87 miles for the day. We've been booking our hotels on the fly, save for the first one in Penzance and the last 2 in Scotland because of their remoteness. As we were now effectively a day behind, we rang ahead and were able to adjust accordingly. We also booked the Tarbert Hotel on Loch Lomond. Clocking 108 miles for the day, we finally arrive at the hotel and found this to be an excellent choice. In terms of cycling, scenery and pure effort, today was a fantastic day. After early skirmishes with punctures and midges along Loch Lomond, we push on towards Glencarl. Dan waits up at the bottom and suggests I take a rest before the ascent, but I'm in full flow, so after a few photos I insist we continue. The rest needs no words. On the descent, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. Well, maybe just 40 miles from Fort William to Fort Augustus. The scenes at the finish were reminiscent of those of Paris-Roubaix and Strade Bianche, two famous cycling monuments.
You play the lightning, I'm 100 miles high. If you're not thunder like a daughter, that's right, he is a dancer. And he dances my dream. And now he's back to where he started, evil and she is a bell cow. A bell cow. No happy ending.
Last night, feeling rather pleased with ourselves, we had a good sing-song and a few extra beers. Dan had also suggested that today's stage was 20 miles shorter on Google Maps, so we had a lie-in, took a late breakfast, bought some 3-in-1 oil and finally got underway along Loch Ness around 10:30. After 18 miles we left Nessie and followed Dan's new route. Soon we were off the bikes and pushing up some monster climbs. Cheers, Dan. We lunched on Batty's Baps at Dingwall and picked up supplies at Tesco's. Then, as we travelled along Cromarty Firth, Dan dropped the bombshell. "Mike, is our hotel called the Altnahara Hotel?" he asks. "Yes." "Well, it's not in Lejog," he says, "it's in Altnahara, 19 miles further on." Cheers, Dan. Making matters worse, Dan gets a slow puncher halfway up the final climb through Lejog. It's very remote and now getting late. We decide to pump it up and continue. We did this every 3 miles. We finally arrive at the Altnahara and there's just enough time to take a hot shower before dinner is served. The food is excellent, but it's not long into the night before mine's down the pan. The following morning, we ate breakfast and mended Dan's puncture in an outhouse at the back of the hotel. As expected, the tyre doesn't seat properly, so Dan's bobbing up and down until we find a very nice man with a decent bicycle pump frying sausages on the shore of Loch Neva. Whilst Dan is now flying, I'm bobbing up and down on every loo between Altnahara and John O'Groats. What should have been a celebratory run to the finish ends up being my hardest 74 miles on a bike. Dan, as he has over the last 10 days, leads the way and finally drags me over the finish line in 238 hours and 2 minutes, completing Land's End to John O'Groats in 10 days. Cheers, Dan. Love you, mate. Do it again? You bet.
Right there, John O'Groats.